I'm going to talk about my treasure. It's some good experience and memories. I've gotten these things. I've gotten these things during the past 20 years. At first, my memory is playing soccer from the kindergarten to the high school time. I don't play soccer after I entered Daito. However, I really like soccer and I want to have connection with soccer. So, I'm coaching it for middle school students. That way, I still have a connection with the sport even after I quit playing. Of course, it's really a difficult and different thing compared with just playing soccer. Also, I realize that teaching is difficult too. I made many good relationships with my teammates through my soccer team, and even now, I still have many close friends from that time. I've had many good and bad experiences with them, and we grew up together playing soccer to win a match and practice every day. These friends are my treasure, and coaching soccer is my fortune experience too. Honestly, I've grown up with soccer, and at the same time, soccer gave me various experience, friends, and passion. The sport is a fundamental thing for me. My second memory of treasure is visiting the United States alone during the last summer and winter holidays. Of course, I hadn't visited any foreign country alone before, and it was my first time to go to the United States in my life. The trip was a huge and a really important experience in my life. I saw many different things there. For example, people, buildings, and lifestyle. Like that, and things like that. It was like I went to a different world. At first, I was so nervous because I had to exchange my airplane. However, I had no idea how to change flights from Minneapolis, but an American woman helped me in that place, so I'm so grateful to her at that time. After arriving at the United States, everything in the country made me surprised. Spread road, a strong taste food, tall people. Everything was bigger than Japanese things. Actually, the aim of the trip was to look at the United States for studying abroad for third year. Once more. Actually, the aim of the trip was to look at the United States for studying abroad for the third year. But my aim changed there. When I stayed in Michigan State, I went to a party and met some exchange students who were Japanese. They were almost the same age as me, and they spoke English at the party. Honestly, I thought their English ability was almost the same as me, even though they had already lived there for 6 months. So, I realized that just living in an English-speaking country is not enough for improving my English, and that I could improve my English in Japan for studying abroad. After that, I changed my mind for it, and I thought I had to study English, especially for TOEFL. And I guess if I hadn't met these people in the United States, I would have taken an exam for studying abroad last summer, and then I would have spent and wasted my time in a foreign country right now. So I am glad that I could realize my ability is not enough, and also realize the importance of studying English in Japan. and the trip aroused my new aim of improving English. When I visited Chicago, I stayed at a hostel and met some foreign people there. There were a UK student, a military guy, and a German guy. We talked about recommended places in Chicago, and each person talked about their trip plan. I spent good time with them during the 2 days. And also, I could know various opinions there. To stay at a hostel is better than stay in a hotel because you can meet foreigners who have each thinking an opinion them, and it would help you to develop your new mind. Chicago is really a good state. There was a huge mall, beach, museums, and a beautiful park. It was many good places, so everyone can enjoy shopping and sightseeing in Chicago. Apart from Chicago, I went to some places: Michigan University, Detroit, and Ohio. Actually, I don't have enough time now to introduce these things to you guys, but please tell me if you want to know more, and then I will tell you my funny stories in the United States. Anyway, that trip was my special memory and treasure in my life. Also, I think I grew up through it. To sum up, my treasures are soccer and the trip to the United States. So, especially to go to a foreign country is a good thing, and all of students should do that during the student's life, because it will be difficult when you are a worker. These kinds of experience made me grow up and gave me an aim. So, I want to go there again for learning international transfer in the United States. I'll probably improve my English ability for becoming an international businessman. Thank you very much for listening.